You know, I'm a crazy one. Reed sometimes has, how I want to do it. We were the first one to start a worship service for World AIDS Day. I praise God we borrowed a church for that. We did for United Methodist downtown. I don't want to miss that. We started the first memorial board where our people could have a place. There was nowhere in town that you could put a name that says this mattered, this life mattered. It changed things, it brought things. This life mattered. There was no place in town. No place in town. And it was kind of makeshift as we could do, and it's evolved much better. But you know, praise God. We remember. We remember. You know, Ellie called me with a statistic that I just wanted to give to you really quick. She said she listens to K-Love, imagine that. She goes, well, you know I listen to K-Love, and I thought, yeah, I know you too. She said someone does some studies for that program, and she said, Gina, I heard this statistic. She says churches worldwide, 5% of the congregation pays 100% of the budget. 5% pays 100%. And it went on to say, if we all stepped up to bat and started quit manipulating what we want to do with our money and lay our 10% that we're called to do off of the first, not the bottom line, do you know world hunger would cease in less than a year? Wow. Oh. Wow. World hunger would cease. And as I pondered on what she thought, I thought, you know, there's another side that I see on this. If we continue in Christendom to have 5% paying that, do you know what we do? We barely get by, right? We barely get by. We have a poverty mentality. And that poverty mentality chokes the church so we can only get by. It steals the vision. It doesn't allow us to do anything else that God has called us because we're just keeping the lights on. Now I want you to hear the passion with this. There are brothers and sisters in this state that are still dying because they think God does not like homosexuals. There are still people in Montana thinking they are an abomination. It says right there, an abomination. You know what that means? It means it makes God throw up. Ricky and I want to affect this state of Montana. You know what I'm saying? We want to get out there. I guarantee you that we can't do it by Skype yet. I mean, it's available, but it won't work. And we can't do it by kind of teleconferencing. It won't work. You know how it's going to work in Montana? 2 by 2. Has to go and start building a relationship with at least another 2 people there. And then we'll start doing this ministry. And pretty soon, we'll get the word out. Because it'll be set up in such a satellite way that you can be in 2 Montana and connect in. Now I want to tell you something. It's going to be a long road for Ricky and I to do this because we always have to dig in our own pockets. We dig in our own pockets when we go to Boulder for the progressive clergy. We dig in our own pockets when we go to conference. You know, this church did very well, but it was really hard to do because conference got dropped on that. You know, it's really hard for those of you that know. How many here know isolation and hate? Wow. Wow. It's a lie. I know you might feel alone, but we're always greater when we're together. Amen. Because God hears our call, hears our heart, hears in our desperation. Here's when we struggle about how do we do a relationship. You know, there's a miracle here. All of you who are in a couple that have a faith basis, would you please stand? That is a miracle. Couples that have faith from the beginning. They're not coming to me to say, will you marry us? We'll be here 2 weeks and then we're leaving. You know what I mean? Your lives will be greater If you have a faith basis within your relationships.
Amen.
Okay, you can sit down. How many of you have a friend who walks with you on your faith journey? Stand. Some other person you can walk with. Wow. Aren't we blessed? We found each other. In the midst of all the scrambling in a sparse state, we found each other. And sometimes from a long ways away. So, you know, religiously praise your God. Religiously seek a righteous relationship with Christ. Religiously and joyfully give back to God the first fruits of your labor. Religiously place your relationship in God's hands each day. Just each day. And you'll find that you've never had it so good.
Amen.